Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad matatag!
Normally, a lot of difficulties with dealing with the summons push. They are very, very... Take a look at how... Yeah, we'll take a look at our other side lane here, down bottom. We're crushed on the Beastmaster and CZY and the Earth Spirit. Looks like nothing crazy going on at the moment. I do still think this is going to be a lane. I love baiting himself. I'm so sorry. Bob mid lane, solo kill onto Mercury. Had a level in the... I don't know if it's as favored as what we should be expecting. Like, he's just dominating mid. I don't know if this is an outlier or not.
I think it is. I mean, with that last death, he had full one charges and blink up. So I feel like that's just a little bit of an individual mistake coming out from Mercury.
Right. This is a nice way for Summit to try and rectify some of the deaths across the map. It does leave the Beastmaster solo down bottom. And Palos can stack up the Fury swipes. And we'll be able to secure his first kill of the game. Execration already up to a 2,000 net worth lead.
CZY just even going to try and body block up this camp. He's been spotted out by Bob though, still just the 1 point into the Firefly and won't even be able to get away. He's just going to try and deny himself to the neutrals, surely. Just as good as a lot of these creeps is that kill. Extra 110 or so damage, sorry, not damage, gold.
That into an objective and start to open up the map. Bob
Can he get the kill though? That's the question.
Yep, that is the ultimate question. It's not going to be easy at all. You'll probably need to rotate Mercury down with the Sonic Wave Burst top lane. Shazam, just look at the poke from afar. Tino's even going to push back the Juggernaut. It's not the greatest static link, but just keeping Unknown in check.
Trying to force the spit out here. Make sure that he just can't turn around and Omni Slash Bob. He's just poking, he's just prodding. He's like, come on, you know you want to use a spell. Well, you're not going to use anything. I'll just take your life instead. Oh, he's even getting the healing one. Oh, Bobby, my boys, they're looking good. There we go. Most kills at 10 minutes is my man.
That much more difficult.
Pretty, I don't want to say an all-in play, but they just want to be able to pick up anything. Even Shanks would be a win at this point, and with that silence, is he going to have to TP away? Hasn't used the Disseminate just yet, and they dropped the Magnetize for it as well, just to try and get something a little bit extra. Shanks off. Can he? Has he got his juking shoes on? Not quite.
Across the map, multiple people are going down. A solo kill from Mercury? A pre-Orchid as well onto Tino? Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor goes down? Sorry, the Witch Doctor was helping out with Mercury, it looked like, to try and secure the kill. So, 2 kills for Summit. Alright. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. It was mostly the Death Ward damage coming through, like 600 or so was done by the Witch Doctor in that one. So well worth giving up your life for a kill onto the Razor. All 3 lanes have been victories
Lane
so
Mercury
far for Execration.
Bob's going to be able to get the jump and the chain control. It's there. The damage as well. They might even consider about going for Trajam. A couple lucky bounces will hold Bob back for the moment. He does have blink up.
So, has he got the full BKB now on the Ursa? Yes, he does. And a Van Brace as well. They want to be playing around this Aegis. Like, yeah, you're a Battle Fury Ursa, but you still want to be making these aggressive moves as Trajam. He's actually going to walk in.
They're going to be able to get...
Need to pop anything.
Yeah, ultimate's out from Trajam, but really just tickling Palos thanks to the Enrage. Towards the north as well, Bob, it finds an opening. Jump into the lasso, but the chain control's not there, so Mercury can reposition out to the right side. And now Bob's going to be cautious as well, but again, Shanks with the banishment sets off for the Sonic Wave, but the damage is not enough. Bob's able to fly up to the higher ground, back inside the lane. Palos gets the dominating streak. They'll also cancel the TP out of Unknown. The Blade Fury just expiring, and the nick of time for Vincenzo to find the Impale. As Execration, all they lose is the Aegis.
Until that siege creep wave gets there, but I suppose don't have that flexibility to be able to do so. I mean, you're going to get Roshan in exchange for this, but
they see Bob. I don't think now with Roche spawning, because everyone's starting to TP back. Unknown's in a little bit of trouble. They're going to get the lasso drag back as CZY rolls in, but it's too late. It's too late. They can't keep the Juggernaut alive. And now the damage coming through for their position 1. They're in shambles here on Summit. Mercury gets the blink out, but Palos is in hot pursuit. Crush will try and escape as well. He will just make it. But Execration, they take 4. What a fight from them.
Map presence that they've got.
Oh,
Alice.
Mercury. Aggressive jump. Tina's got the Lincoln to try and protect the Ursa for the moment. Palos gonna reinitiate. He needs a bash, he needs an abyssal. He's gonna get none of them. But an
Nice
even better
ravage.
stun from Vincenzo. Clipping multiple heroes. So Palos can get the Fury swipes going. They'll turn to Trezam. A bash again is not there, but it doesn't matter. Mercury doesn't get enough distance away. His Execration are always swarming to Summit's location. It doesn't matter where they are on the map. Execration are always there.
Palace barely even hit that quap. It was just all on the back of the level 15 talent. The Earthshock applying a couple of Fury swipes. He had 9 by the time he blinked away, so it really even means that if you've been pretty good with your spacing away from the Ursa, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting clipped by that Earthshock.
Oh, Crush. He's caught out as well from the lasso. Drag instantly back into Palos. But the Omnislash is getting tanked as well from the Creative Wave, doing minimal amount of damage. And Palos will turn it around. He's still playing with the Aegis, and again, Vincenzo jumps over the cliff line, finds a stun onto 2. They can buy back all they want, but Execration still playing with this Aegis advantage, still playing with every single member. And some are going to be forced to tap out, and I don't blame them. Execration had their number from the start of this game all the way to the end.
I mean,
So Shanks is trying to re-aggro. Can he get it? Nope.
the
he's
creep's
gonna
going to
lose the range.
lose sight. Nope, never. No, it actually connects through onto the Wild Wing Ripper there, so going to be losing that. I wonder if Shanks is at least going to be able to get in range. And,
Unknown's
look
gonna
at this.
die.
Yep. That's the trample power.
Oh god, I hate this hero. I haven't played against it. I barely watched enough games of Primal Beast. Every time, Danog, if you hear me like snicker in this game, it's more than likely because of the onslaught. I know he hasn't even used it just yet. I give him pre-warning. I'll hold that thought because top lane, Vincenzo's dropped the tombstone. CZY is going to move on forward to try and deal with. Instead, he's going to go back to try and help out Crush with the movement speed. But now it puts CZY in a position where he could just be chased down with ease. He used his jump in, so there was no escape. Like you said, the slows were stacking up in Execration. They had an incredible...
Like a 5.5 second duration. How long could you stay in the snowball? 3 seconds, right? So you're like halving the duration that it's actually going to be useful onto you. Maybe they can get a kill onto Tino.
We'll see if they can. Tino trying to stand his ground. Does have the onslaught to get some distance away, but the snowball rolling forward. Tino's not going to go down. And now they can maybe turn it back onto Jam. Ability's still on cooldown for the moment, so it looks like they're going to be okay. Summit will reposition on the opposite side of the map, though. We see Palos. He doesn't have the trample to play with, but just the right clicks, the pure damage coming out thanks to the uproar. Seeming to be an issue, but no one will die.
But you see what I'm talking about, right? Like, he is very cooldown reliant.
Shanks?
20...
Oh, not like this, Shanks. That's not what you want to be.
Oh, never mind.
No way he survives. He's going to live. Shanks, he might even live, but I know it's not going to have the same fate because Tino's pulverized. He's back up, ready to rock and roll with his. Tino is wicked sick and across the map.
Oh, they're taking the stack. Becoming more and more of a fan of these later stage Primal Beast picks because if you don't have a specific response to it, I thought they did.
Speaking about the Primal Beast.
Primal, yeah.
Down bottom, Mercury's going to TP in to try and deal with the pulverize. Tino is incredibly deep. And they should finally be able to get the kill. This is a gigantic streak for them to claim. Meanwhile, to the northern side, though, Trezam, he's already used the snowball, but the snipe from downtown as Mercury will stop Vincenzo's TP short.
All right, it's something. It's something. They're able to beast like Oracle in my opinion.
Unknown's in trouble. Bobkin? I think with Sonic Wave. Well, Tino's nearby, so yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Bye-bye, Unknown. It was nice knowing you for a little bit. Tino's even going to drop the pulverize for good measure. Summit, they are starting to connect. They know that Tino moved in with the onslaught, so Crush should be able to steal plenty of damage coming out of the static link. They even got CZY's ultimate as well, just to make sure so they're able to secure the kill. A second death in a row here for Tino. So who was giving away a lot of gold and now a lot of experience. Execration, they're starting to pivot their attention to mid. Vincenzo and Shanks stalking Summit. The trap is going to scout out the Earth Spirit though, so Summit Plenty of time to be able to react. Mercury.
Oh lord, they're
entering
coming.
the river. Oh, Palos. First Crotus for the Gleam, clipping out to 2 heroes. And they'll even get the Marcy as well for good measure. What a rotation coming out from Palos' Faceless Void.
Should be an easy tier 1 tower as well. Just
On here. What's the play, Mr.
why not?
Palos?
You've got the boys smoking. All coming. The 3 thick boys, the strength buddies, Primal Beast, Earth Spirit, and Undying. Got that Wind Ranger in their sights, and well, Mercury feels like something's up, but not able to get away in time.
What a charge in from Tino, the Pulverize as well. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, Bob might drop the Sonic Wave, but not going to feel like that will be enough damage to get the kill on the Crush. And he could be the target of the smoke gank as well from Execration. Unknown's in a pretty decent position with the ward on the high ground to pop the smoke and maybe get out, but Execration, they're pivoted far enough to Unknown's location. Instantly, someone are going to look to try and TP in to protect the TA, but Tino, a guaranteed duration of the Pulverize thanks to the BKB. We'll kill him off for another time, and a Mercury as well, but the roll's on point.
What's the deny?
It's an ambitious attempt at the deny, and unfortunately, he will not find it.
Even Palos just down here on his own. Again, with this Lincoln Sphere, he's fearless. You know, he knows that if Wind Ranger isn't around, he's not going to die. You don't have the damage yet on the Tusk. You don't have the damage on the Marcy. Razor, he's off farming because he needed that BKB. He's got it now. He still needs that level 12, though.
Crush. Gonna look to jump in onto the Earth Spirit. At least they should get the kill onto Shanks, but Bob's nearby. He's gonna jump into the middle. Tino's got the follow-up as well, but Bob's in a little bit of trouble. The Strength Dreads not gonna keep the Queen of Pain alive.
They got a
Bob's
roast
chuckling
right now.
a little bit.
Dude, this... Yeah, see? Out the wazoo.
Have you been working on your accents? No, you
I don't need to work on them. They just come naturally to me.
Come naturally.
Tino, he's going for the dive onto 2.
Oh, God. Oh, Tino.
Big
He's
shackle.
in some trouble. They need to try and slow down the damage coming up for the Wind Ranger. They won't be fast enough. But the turnaround for Bob, Sonic Wave clipping onto multiple heroes. Even Palos is going to get involved as well. They brought down 2, and onto a 3rd they go. They'll make sure Mercury will not slip in to the outskirts of the fight. And now even Crush on the high ground. Oh, I mean, Palos, I bet he was considering.
I mean, they have to know they're there. They have to.
Oh, Tino, does he get the stun? Oh, my lord. They're smoking out for Summit. See how they can take the team fight. TA is going to be nearby. They might see Palos. The chain control needs to be perfect. Time work, not enough. Beautifully done. They get the Void. Execration, they want to go back.
Oh, that tombstone's going to do a lot.
That's an incredible tombstone. They're unable to kill it off on the high ground. And Crush, he's committed to the team fight. Off to the left side. Unknown's okay. Same with CZY, but Crush, he will not have the same fate. Smack down into the river. A double kill for Shanks. And you mentioned it. That tombstone was going to be an issue. And as soon as they weren't able to deal with it from Summit, they had to get out and cut their losses. Oh,
They're going for the solo kills on Tino. No, no, no. Ooh, can he look to turn this one around? Doesn't have the up tour available, but he doesn't need it. Bob's there. He just blinks in fearlessly again. Like, again, no focus fire available. Tusk was dead.
Oh, the onslaught distance. Tino just gets out. They'll force a BKB. But same with Crush. He had to BKB, had to the Ice Storm. So meanwhile, mid lane, Palos, he's just looking for a kill onto CZY. He's going to be a bit cautious with the Mask of Madness pop. Bob's going to look to jump into the middle. A lot of damage coming out of the Sonic Wave. And Nacho Zam's in trouble. This tombstone directly in the middle of the fight. They've got no answers to the zombies. Unknown's going to blink into the Bob. The respect not
nice
there from
force.
Execration. Another death. They'll lose the Aegis. And you'll lose Bob's life.
And more important,
Split up. And also they kind of have to... play a game where they're just maybe not respecting Summit enough, and they're not playing like with multiple heroes stick together. As we will see Summit look to smoke. They're gonna see Bob. They might be able to blow him up. Vincenzo with the 4-star soul, but it's enough to keep him alive. And Palos, what a carnage here! You couldn't get any better. Clipping onto 4, Tino's into the middle, and this is it for Summit's team fight. They're gonna get out. Try and keep as many members alive as possible, and all it'll be is Crush slipping into the nighttime as Palos, He jumps in, they'll lose Bob, but it's well worth it with the chrono like that. You got the damage. It's really just making sure you're able to stay alive, and we've spoken about the E-Blade and how it can be used defensively, and well, now the Helmet could be really nice first. The TA, Tino, jump in, BKB pulverized, they got the roll forward as well. Crush, he will just get the BKB off, but Palos, dude, how do they do an Execration? This is back-to-back games where it feels like every time their ultimates are hitting multiple heroes as Tino's just gonna charge into the middle. Execration have nothing to fear, nothing to hide.
That's
as
game.
for it gone, they've got no buybacks, they're sole survival, not for long. As Mercury goes down, and with that, the hopes of Summit from being able to make a crazy run in the lower bracket is stopped short with Execration knocking them out into...
Right.